This is it, Judgment Day. Today things are gonna get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big deal? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yet. Yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck. Yeah, thanks. Hey, Edgeworth. You're looking glum, as always. I hope Von Karma didn't push him too hard. Oh, what are you doing? Sorry, I'm so sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. That's a little weird. You had an idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Pal. Is that, yeah, Gumshoe? What's gone into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? You find the guy? Have no fears, promise to catch a runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. No. I guess, you're fine now then. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He had the parrot to remember him. Remember, Polly? He does remember, and I'm gonna prove it. He is definitely putting up a front, that's for sure. And then, the whole deal with fucking Von Karma. We had to put him in prison too. Put them both in. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. Defense ready. Karma. How's it going? The prosecution is ready. Oh, whoa! You're actually doing your job right for once. Wow. Yeah, the judge is impressed too. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask the prosecution to submit decisive evidence. Understood. Yeah, if I can remember the first day? I remember the first day. Come on, don't be odd and silent about every little thing he says. I mean, I'm pretty fucking odd. Well, very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right, thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. I wonder why he, like, grips his arm like that. Why? Are you in pain there? However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. Well, I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Why is he so different today? Ladies and gentlemen of the courts, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives on the boat rental shop, in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Ah, shit. Now, please begin your testimony. And that's his testimony. There it is. Okay. Why I left court. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured he got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I'd need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. That's a lie. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Ah, he has the evidence though. Von Karma has evidence for it. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it. Alright. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. I was running away, or I wasn't running away or nothing. Wanted to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured it had nothing to do with it. And you've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, it seems like it. And how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Alright, well. Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. The police continue. Oh, that's a lie. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on him, right? We don't have the evidence anymore to prove that. So witness had no memory or anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible to prove he's lying about his memory, or otherwise it's going to go be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yeah, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling that witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Yeah, of course. Witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of those statements are lies. I can't believe we just gave the prosecutor, our decisive evidence. I can't believe we just, rubbed it in his face like that. There's a serious problem with your claim. It's not like he hasn't been, assaulted before, either. With, Red White, he got assaulted. Are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself, so who is he? Don't play dumb. Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness' name. Gregory Edgeworth, yeah. His name is Yanni Yogi, the former court bailiff. Yogi, that name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident. Ooh, he remembers. I thought the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. I'm jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man and the witness is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? Like a fingerprint or something? This is your court of law. As you may recall, you need proof. Allow me to repeat once more that the witness is lost in memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you gonna prove this? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? Actually quite simple, Your Honor. Please take this man's fingerprints, yeah. And we'll compare them to the fingerprints on the file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. That makes sense. What do you mean tisk? What? So very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprint. What? He has no fingerprints? I guess I kinda don't really right now, either. What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. Burned my fingers working with that stuff, yup. I kinda proved something else, though. You sneak, you burn your fingerprints off to hide your past. Dude, if the witness had no fingerprints, I guess we'll not be able to prove his identity. What about the fact that Edgeworth only had fingerprints on the fucking, the gun, and it was only his fingerprints, because he doesn't have fingerprints. It seems that the case has been decided. No, I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There's no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Let's just keep going. Perhaps you'd like to cross-examine the parrot for a little comic relief. You know, the parrot is the one that got us to connect Yanni Yogi over there with DL6 and all that, in this case. Oh my god, we're gonna do it. Nick, are you being an idiot? No, you're not going to fucking... Your Honor! The judge would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. on his proposal. Exactly, Your Honor. I'd like to cross-examine the witness pet parrot. Oh my goodness. Order. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce, I object. Wait a second. You're the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as he suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes up of it, I hope you're ready for the consequence. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with it. Yeah, why not? Let the parrot take the stand. Let him take the stand. I'll cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Same. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. I can't believe they had the parrot on standby. Even got her a little stand. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me. Must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Hello, hello, Squawk. Certainly the most concise testimony we've seen so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. What are you gonna do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Hello, Squawk. Press! Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I say? Have we found something? Yeah. Polly, have we found something? Squawk, don't forget DL6. If I can get Polly to say that here, I will prove that this caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we found something? Hello, hello. Shit. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something, we forgot. Oh my god, he changed it up. Nick, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something matter. He actually did it. A fucking madman. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He could never retrain the parrot, could he? In like a day? Did he train her not to respond when he asked if he'd forgotten anything? Let's try that again. Alright. What's your name? Maybe we should get her to say her name. Polly, what's your name? Polly, Squawk. Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot's named Polly. Does this have anything to do with their owner's identity? Yeah, sure. Yeah, it does. Fascinating, you claim that parrot's name would prove the owner's identity. Show us the proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking this bluff a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who's the caretaker. We're here to prove that he's Yana Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Proof of the parrot's name. I don't know. Robert, autopsy, no. Lake photo, no. No. Nope. 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 Touch. Check. Let's check this. Air in the elevator, oxygen depleted at the time. Incident, no clues found on the scene. Defense attorney trapped in an elevator, returning from a lost trial. Son, miles 89. One bullet found in her heart. Twice. The murder weapon was fired twice. The court bailiff trapped with the Edgeworth's memory loss due to oxygen. Holy shit. That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is the proof on then? Show us, or stop wasting our time. Very well, Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in the file is the information connected to the pair's name? Let's see. Holy shit, though. That's crazy. Suspect data. It's on the suspect data. I didn't think that was gonna happen. This page is all information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. See? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly. Exactly, Your Honor. He remembered the name of his fiancée who committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see, I guess that is possible. Polly's a pretty fucking, like... my granddaughter had a dog she called Phoenix. That's a weird name for a dog. Yeah, well, Mr. Phoenix, right? Does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Indeed. Alone it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I gonna find that? Nick, we're gonna close one more if we can just get one more piece of evidence. What? Real witness, you may continue. I guess you press them on the safe number. Oh my god, hold on. Safe number. We're checking this again. It's all 28, that's the fucking case. Oh my god. That's amazing. The safe, why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number of the safe in the shack? 1228, December 28th, what a reckless parrot. Oh, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. It does. That's why I had her to say it. Ridiculous. How can the number to the safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to, this again. The DL6 case file. Again, what is the obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, what in the file is something relating to this safe number? Case summary. It's on the case summary page. Case summary? Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see, and it certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Bah, it's not that. This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM cards to 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. It's a mere coincidence. That's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seem more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Someone, the caretaker of the boat shop, immediately. Can you like take a, I don't know, different print or something? I don't know. Check his hair. Tell us your name. Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Oh my god. What the fuck? I've accomplished what I've wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. Yeah, he does. This is the real Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Yeah, he was fucking playing it up. Order, Yanni Yogi. So, was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. Shit, they put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really. But he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiance, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. Have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth. What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Wow. That's kind of, anticlimactic, but does that mean we're gonna get into the other case? Where's Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent, in the case at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I'd like to pass judgment on the murder of Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Because he thinks he's gonna confess about a different murder now. Court stands find the defendant Miles Edgeworth not guilty. Yay! We went from actually him saying guilty and having that verdict to not guilty the next day. Court is adjourned. Don't do it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, look who's smiling. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth. Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was murdered in the DL6 incident. Oh my goodness. He's going to tell them what he killed his own dad. Raise an objection. The judgment already passed. I object to objection. Outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. You're right, that'd be Larry. We must hear this new statements. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. Yeah, whatever. We have a duty to hear Miss Edgeworth out. Fuck. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murder, the criminal, and the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for the DL6, the statute of limitation which ends today. The culprit is me. I like how they just have him posing when he's the prosecutor. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitation runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. Build a trial right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime 15 years ago. The last day for that case too. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider an appropriate course of action to take. The court is adjourned. Well, we already broke Von Karma's 15-year win streak. Let's do it again. Let's just increase our win streak now. I'm sorry, right? I've just wasted all your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, pal. I mean, you kill your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy, Judge. That's crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe you, your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in the court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. Yeah, he's absolutely innocent.